We have just started the Tasmania trail. My bike, got clips on. We are ready to go. I'm going to try and make this video like a mix of like a blog and edit film style video, and it's going to be across the full 7 days. The most interesting ups and downs of the 7 days. I can already tell it's going to be hard, and definitely would recommend a gravel bike for anyone that does this. Even on this just start, but I can tell my bike's very downhill orientated, but still think I'm going to have fun. I look forward to showing you guys around. This bit here is giving very tropical vibes. It rained quite heavy this morning, so it's bringing out loads of like tropical smells like wood and wet fern and grass. It's actually quite cool. Oh, my legs already aching. This is really cool, this bit. Oh, it's all rocky. As I arrived at camp number 1, I'm going to put the tent there. Just before I unpack it, I thought I'd just explain to you guys what I've got in each of my bags and how I've managed to carry so little. So in here, my front bag is my tent, sleeping bag, and then a hoodie. And the rest of my clothes are in here, which consists of thermals. I'm away for 7 days, so I've got 1 pair of thermals for sleeping in, 4 socks, 4 pants. Those will get washed, don't worry. And then spare change of clothes for the evenings. And then got a bit of food just in there, just my lunches. And then in here, obviously got my coat. In this pouch, I've got my spares and repairs. In this pouch, wallet and important stuff. Then in the actual bag, I have, you know, just like the everyday accessories. My sleeping mat, I've actually got a foam one because I didn't want that I've cut down to be exactly my size, because I didn't want to buy a really cheap lightweight one. It's really expensive lightweight one. Electricals, toothbrush, toothpaste, and in the bottom I've got my inside. I've just got flip-flops, spare shoes, spare snacks, and in here I've got my book and other little bits and bobs like first aid kit. So I've got very, very minimal stuff. I've managed to keep it light because I'm just buying food by the day, just to keep it easy. Probably a bit more expensive, but keeps it lighter. It means I don't have to pack as much because this bike is heavy as it is. So I think we get the tent set up now. This tent is genuinely insane. It's so lightweight, packed down weight when you're traveling can be less than a kilogram. With the bag, I think it's just over a kilogram. So I forgot to put the little tags on, so I was kind of just fiddling around with that at the end. But got a little space up here for your helmet, and the outside, inside, and it's so tall I can actually stand up, not stand up, sorry, sit up in it. It's actually ideal. It is huge, so much space inside for such little weight. It's actually mental. Super stoked with having it. The morning of day 2, and we are just leaving Euston. A very nice village, very lovely people in here. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll wake up at 6. We'll wake up, yeah, more light. Definitely could be made quicker, but I definitely took my time of it this morning. I did not want to get out of bed. A little bit windy, but there we are. Let's enjoy the day. Well, 6 miles in today, and so far all we have done is go uphill, and we have a lot more uphill to go. Tasmania is a very hilly place. Lots of trees, like every tree just seems to, every hill, sorry, just seems to have trees on it. So you can't actually see much other than trees and hills. Still makes for a nice view, I'll give it that. It's literally just forest and hills, as far as the eye can see. And I've got to go all the way to the top of that one next. This is going to be very brutal. Can't say I'm enjoying looking over there. That weather looks disgusting, and so do those hills. But so far we've got down, so I'll take that for now. You can tell they've really not had much rain here, because this is all meant to be a river usually. Look at that. So dry. Look at these huge pipes. That clearly means it can hold a lot of water. And all they're getting is from this little stream here. Insane. I think while we're here, very good opportunity to dunk my face. Oh. That is so refreshing. This water is lovely and cold. There's a big ditch in the middle of the road because the road's closed for vehicles. That does mean we've got to take the adventurous route round down here and up there. This section's very much more overgrown. Very disused fire road. How exciting. Oh god. So many of these like mounds and then holes. Don't know if that's to stop cars or if they were like planning on putting drainage there and just never did. Very confusing. Proper backroad country trails this is. 4x4s would love it. Oh, I just got a fucking log stuck in my wheel. Huh? That's weird. Very annoying. Somehow, although it looked incredibly bent, it's running slow. But it's not bent. I'll take that. Speed tuck down the hill. Let's go. this bit now. Another reason not to have a mountain bike, a super enduro to do this. So far it's 5 miles on this road. I think I've probably got another 5 to go. Incredibly interesting, loving life. Accidentally pressed record, oopsies. On the side of the road, but on some lovely, lovely fresh blackberries. Oh, they're good. They're just falling off. I can't pick up a full one. Oh, I can just stay all day. This is gorgeous. Oh, they are prime. That's made this road slightly better. I really should get a move on though, but these are lovely. Off the road onto a forest track and out the woods as well today. I actually see a decent amount, which is good. See all the fucking hills that I got to go over, which are actually all that way, so you actually can't see them, but nice to be off the road. Just quite nice. I think today's quite a lot of road, unfortunately. But we move and keep on pedaling. I don't know if you can see him through the trees. That noise is just a little white parrot. Alright, Bob's in here. They're very much giving vibes of the evil parrot from Rio. Kind of what I'm getting. That's a very nice view. I think this is the same river we've been following all the way since we started, really, in New Norfolk. Or at least it's one that connects that. So we've been very close to the river the whole way here. It's pretty nice. I must say it's much nicer not to be in forestry land. It's a lot more interesting to look at. The roguish section yet, just straight through the farmer's field. Interesting. What's wrong with like a fire road? Surely like a farm track. Biking on this is hard work. Literally nothing except from these signposts telling us where to go. Do you think this sign is literally pointing directly through? Slightly up there? I don't have a clue. It's kind of pointing there. GPS says in here somewhere. This is very confusing. So we'll have to try find our way somehow. Just pushing the bike through this section. Not only there's a gate there, but how much don't want to get lost in here. Hopefully it's not far until we get some sort of normal path. In my sweet little humble abode, this tent is class. I am even sitting up, bags at the side, book, clothes, loads of stuff. And this is a really helpful pocket here. And then my helmet is all the way up there. But I thought, we're 3 days in, got my longest day tomorrow, so I thought share some thoughts about how it's going. So first off, I realise this is now definitely more of a vlog than an actual cinematic piece. I'm just too knackered to just place the camera down, walk, bike, walk, pick the camera up. Like, it's just, especially by myself, I've got a lot of kilometers to do, a lot of miles to do. I'm not really, in the mood to keep putting my camera out and get cinematic shots, but I'm trying to like get a few here and there. 2, obviously, my bike is completely wrong for this. It's making it a lot more work, and obviously I've just come off 3 months in Queenstown, so it needs some maintenance, which definitely is not helping the whole situation. And 3, it's actually really boring. I don't think I'm much of a touring person. Well, maybe with other people, but I think with other people it's sound, but by myself, no music in, just plodding along. God, it's boring. I don't know if it's just the route, the first 2 days was just pure forest. Like, it's all, because it's all forested track, like 90% of it's like forested track. So it's like, actually kind of boring, which I didn't expect. Everyone said that, oh yeah, it's class, it's really interesting. Like, so far it's been very boring. Hopefully, now we're out of the forest, we stay out of the forest for a bit, so we can see some views, and that'll make it a bit more interesting. So it was definitely more interesting today when I could actually see some views, which is good. So yeah, that's what I've discovered so far. And yesterday was a bit of a down day. It was only day 2, and I was like, oh, really? Do I have to do this? But day 3, actually, today was actually a pretty easy day. I mean, it was like 50% on road, which was very boring, but meant it was actually pretty easy and pretty decent on the legs, ready for my real long day tomorrow, which I know I'm not going to enjoy, but we're going to still smash it out, hopefully. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. We've just packed up. Bags, bike, not you can see. Still very much dark outside. Trying to get some K's under their belt before the sun gets real hot later on. The noise is coming from my back end right now. As in, not my back end. The noise is coming from my cranks right now are horrid. The gears are slipping so badly. Major maintenance needs to be done, but I really can't be fucked doing that unless I need to. That's a lovely view. Lovely to look straight into the sun, especially because I've lost my sunglasses, which is ideal. So there's apparently a small shop somewhere on my way here. Don't know whether it will be open by the time I get to it, but if it is, I hope they've got sunglasses, because otherwise it's going to be a very bright and very teary for the downhills the next 3 days after today. So actually, the next 4 days are going to be a struggle without sunglasses. So fingers crossed I can buy some. If not, I'm going to have to put up with it. Not that I've ever been to the Sahara, but this is very much given like plains vibes. Big, wide open plains with a few trees. Obviously not the forest behind, but just this bit here. We are on this road for 17.5 more miles. Been on it for 2 miles already. I think it's just going to be this. But I'm quite enjoying just the plodding along. It's a lot, as I say, a lot slower, but I'm still enjoying it. Hello. It is quite nice, not just powering everywhere. It's going to be a longer day, but I'll be less tired. And I think that's the important part. Especially because I've got another 2 long days after this. You know, actually quite overcast today. And the wind up here, it's not very windy, but there is a cold wind. So the sleeves have had to come down, which I did not expect to ever do this trip. But I actually had to do it. Fun fact, I didn't know, I thought I was just been biking along a fire road. But this is actually classed and maintained as a road in Tasmania. It's classed as their sea roads. Their fire roads, like forestry tracks, are just like ruckety 4x4 tracks. But this is what we would class as a fire road back home. It's actually a maintained road here. It's kind of different. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's been a very dry summer. Look how good that view is though. This road seems very popular on getting past like every couple minutes. Somewhere over there. I'm not surprised, it's a lovely, lovely view out there. And loads of spots to like camp and fish that would look class. Much more enjoyable than what I'm doing. 10 miles in, 10 miles to go along this road. Insanely far. I just thought I'd stop and have a lovely little snack by this lake. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we are huge, this lake. I reckon this takes us all the way, the 10 miles will take us all the way back to the main road is what I'm guessing. This is huge. Pretty cool though. It is nice. Even a little bench to sit at. Might just sit on the floor though, because it's comfy and I can stretch my legs. So you might be wondering why I'm sat here in my room video editing and we're only on day 4. Well, there was a cyclone that hit Brisbane on the day that I was intending to fly from Tasmania to Brisbane. So I found out on Tuesday, so I had to cut my trip short and fly out a day early from Tasmania, sorry, so that I missed the cyclone. So unfortunately I did only do 4 days, and the 4th day was my longest and my hardest day. So I'm pretty disappointed that I ended it on that. And if you look at the map, I was so close to finishing. Like if I just biked on the road, I could have been in Devonport by the end of that day, by the end of the next day. But unfortunately, you can't trust the weather. So it cut the trip short, but overall, I've learned a lot from it. For one, I have the complete wrong bike for it. And 2, I definitely need to take enough battery packs to be able to listen to music, because personally I was incredibly bored for most of it. Like, I know people will be like, oh, you just got to, embrace where you are, but I think just because I was alone or just because I didn't have music, I was just incredibly bored. And I think because it was a lot on fire road and not much excitement going on, like even the downs were just on like fire road. So not a massive amount of like different terrain to be biking on. So I think in future, if I'm going to do bike packing, I need something that's going to keep me interested and keep me engaged. And it's not just biking on fire road. So I'm definitely going to keep that in mind and carry on bike packing either on interesting terrain, or maybe I'll just have to invest in a gravel bike. So I hope this video gave you a bit of an idea of what the Tasmania Trail is like and how to tackle it, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.